lewacka propaganda dwoi się i troi, aby nas zniszczyć, aby zniszczyć Kościół, aby zniszczyć naród polski. Nie możemy na to pozwolić. Jesteśmy Kościołem walczącym. Musimy iść w myśl słów świętego Pawła Apostoła, który mówi: moim honorem jest iść do tych, którzy Chrystusa jeszcze nie znają. Musimy iść poza świątynię, poza zakrystię, poza plewanie. Musimy iść i głosić prawdę oraz Chrystusa. I bądźcie gotowi na to, że będziecie opływani. Bądźcie gotowi na to, że będziecie prześladowani. Ale nasza siła, nasza moc, nasza odwaga jest w jedynym Panu Zbawicielu, Jezusie Chrystusie.
Good evening and welcome to the programme.
However,
people saying the earth is round and not
suppository of all wisdom.
They're the so-called man caves where many husbands
Gay patriots all across Australia.
Dividing people on the grounds of racist.
Well, then you're a racist.
In our democracy and way of life,
1 in 6 Australians is now living off the dole.
being persecuted for expressing their right to
We
free
don't want
speech.
Australia to be overrun by these people.
And I got obsessed with my body straight away.
Indeed. Well, we're in the grip of the Ice Age, the dealing and use of the drug ice.
On religious preaching in Rundle
The
Mall.
Australian flag, Anzac Day, the national anthem, bacon.
Hello and welcome to Hide from Fire. I am, as always, Adam Sage, and it's been a while. I've been slacking doing this podcast, and I've been playing around with OBS and then fucking a few things up and whatnot. So let's just fuck all that. Let's just get straight into it with I finally got some dash cam footage. Well, it's not much, but yeah, it's been a while. I've been recording the whole time. I've driven past accidents, but haven't seen any happen, and didn't get to see any happen this time, but goddamn close. So let's have a watch. As you see up here, there's a car turning in, and then another car changing lanes right with it. And these cars end up just doing a battle for... Yeah, it was pretty funny. They're just yelling at each other the whole way, swerving at each other up the road. And that, I might just see if I can zoom in here. And yeah, let's see if this plays a bit better. So yeah, watch the well, basically you got the truck or whatever with its shit in the back. And then you got the dark grey car and the light grey car next to it. And if I go back a little more, he turns in the lane and this other car just keeps turning in. He has to brake and he swerves all the way across. And then there's this other one. Whoop! They try to he tries to turn, and this guy is trying to get into that lane the whole time. And starts brake checking the guy who was oh, hang on, my sound's fucking up. It should be alright for you guys. But god damn it. He starts brake checking, so there was just another guy who saw this fucking little fucking silver car or whatever being a complete cockhead. And hang on a second, I gotta try and fix my headphones here. Yeah, I can see everything's working fine for you guys, but it sounds like absolute crap in my... here we go. I got it fixed. Absolute crap in my headphones. Anyway, speaking of absolute crap, I discovered this week. It's an organization called Black Hammer, a symbol for hope for the colonized working class. And yeah, well... Let's have a look at this symbol of hope for the colonized working class. I got a little video here about what they're doing. It's called Hammer City. And Hammer City is a Black Hammer organization project building a city for all people of color to be free, no discrimination of nationality, gender, age, mental, physical differences, etc. Well, good luck with that city. Oh shit, I still fucking zoomed in there, sorry. Yeah, good luck with that city, because a city that doesn't discriminate against mental and physical differences, well, okay, then there's no reason that a quadriplegic can't be, building the houses, right? Well, if you're going to tell a person because he's short and weak and can't use his legs that he can't be the one to carry all the shit, build or anything like that, well, then you're discriminating against that person. So right there, let's see, jobs, food, housing, healthcare. No cops, no rent, no coronavirus, and no white people. And that's a big kicker right there, isn't it? I mean, some might say that is racist.
How dare you?
Yeah, well, you won't be allowed there, Greta. Returning the land to indigenous people, building the first Hammer City in Colorado. Now, where they've decided to build this Hammer City, this place that back the project, they've already raised $65,000, $65.5, almost $66,000. Their goal is $500,000. That's 28 donations and $65,000. So whoever's backing them, and you can donate monthly and that, and they accept crypto as well, and they've got some merch. What is Hammer City? Stop living paycheck to paycheck. Have a secure life with work, free housing, food, healthcare, and education. Yeah, and you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck because they're literally not going to pay you. They're fucking communist. We're building a city for poor working class colonized people to have full control over our lives. None of you are working class. Working class people reject this shit because working class people work for a living. See, these are fucking entitled fucking shitheads, little shits, that they view the idea of working for a wage as a negative because you can only buy what that wage affords you. And these people don't understand how fucking the working class operates. They think we view ourselves as underpaid or under. No, we're quite happy. It's you fucking elitists who are told by your parents if you don't go get a job, we're going to cut you off from the trust fund. Well, you're the people who have a problem with this idea of working for a wage because, you're rapidly approaching 30 and with never working a day in your life, it's starting to look really, really fucking sad. So you come up with this shit. You get into communism. The problem is colonism. Colonism uses our suffering to make others rich. We need to eliminate response to all of its symptoms like police brutality, coronavirus, evictions, and poverty. Well, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is a nice little 3D model one of you fucking, college, university students made on like other people's dime. Yeah, that's all good and well. But I guarantee if you get up to this place and try to build, this is what they're trying to build, by the way. This is their fucking, god damn it. That's their fucking dream. This shit. Since colonization has ripped us from our relation with the land, okay, so they're hippies to boot. Fighting up, building back in the past year, Black Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. Which is why Black Hammer Organization, in coordination with the Land Liberators Statewide Ship Committee, have united to build Hammer City in, oh my God, in April 2001, Black Hammer Org announced the purchase of 200 acres of land for Hammer City, Turtle Island. The land is 10,000 feet above sea level with a great diversity of flora and fauna. Yeah, you're not going to grow shit that high up in the air. Do you know how fucking cold it's going to get in winter? And here they are. Actually, before we go on much, I'll play a video of one of them talking about it.
Land back, everyone. This is Sergeant Sully Watt, and I'm a land liberator. I am here at a liberated river. Okay, Black Hammer Organization has been able to liberate 200 acres of land, and we got water sources. You feel me? So we're out here.
Funny how she said we've been able to liberate 200 acres of land. I'm pretty sure you colonized it. If you're going to build a city on there, if you're going to build a township and your own little functioning like society, and you're going to, you've acquired this land, taken this land, and now, you've done it through purchase. I don't know what you use, like shiny rocks or beads or something like that. But anyway, you've acquired this land, and now you're going to build your own little, you're going to build your own settlement and start your own kind of culture on said land. Oh, there's a word for that. Oh, it's colonization. You've colonized that land. Congratulate. Well, you haven't colonized it yet. All you've done is acquire the fucking borders, the boundaries, which is, I'm guessing, is something else you people are against. But hey, anyway, you've acquired the land and you're going to colonize it. But no, continue.
And just wanted to be appreciative of all of you all who have supported us and donated to us and joined our organization because you see the way forward in Kansas City, right? Is this project of anti-colonial liberation. And, I just want to thank everybody, but also I do want to say that this is just the beginning. 200 acres of land and how much of the world that we need to liberate. Exactly.
Exactly. This chick has never worked a day in her life. I guarantee she considers waiting tables at a restaurant as work. Like, she considers that.
We definitely are working hard to make sure that all our projects are coming into fruition, but we know that the liberation of all colonized people ain't gonna come easy and it ain't gonna come cheap. So we need those funds to keep coming.
Well, why would the liberation of all colonized people not come cheap? I thought you were living free of money. Why do you need it?
And we appreciate the love and support, but keep it coming. Keep the donations coming. And if you're a colonized person, join Black Hammers. You can get in on all this land, on this liberated river, and our...
Oh, that's going to go down so well. You're absolutely right. If you're a non-white person, come get in on this action. She's not saying it, if you're a non-white person who is flat fucking broke, find your way up there. Find your way up to Colorado and say, hey, I'm a colonized person. I struggle with living week to week. I have nothing to my name. Let me live here. Yes, everyone in that situation should absolutely fucking do that. They really should. It's going to be fucking hilarious.
The only thing that worries me is hair loss.
That sound effect made no sense.
Own freaking liberation. So, once again, this is Sergeant Solimar. The land is here, the land is free, and let's get to it. Land back.
Wait, the land is here, the land is free. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said it was going to cost a lot of money and you need $500,000, $500,000 to acquire that land. So, yeah, clearly the land, to build on it anyway, you've acquired the land. Well, the land isn't free, and oh God, I really want to see this place get flooded. I want to see this turn into another Chaz. I want to see this turn into another Chop. And for them to have to admit that the whole thing going fucking pear-shaped wasn't the result.
You're fucking a white male!
Wasn't the result of white males because they didn't allow white males in, is going to be fucking hilarious. Bring this future to life. We are recruiting all colonized people, non-white, as members to build this city. Oh, dude, you are going to struggle. The only people who are going to want to do this are going to be fucking useless fucking loser hippies. 100% guaranteed. This shit, dude, if you don't think fucking this shit was going on in the 70s, I've heard stories from my father particularly of this kind of shit. These like Bernie Sanders himself used to live in one of these until they kicked him out for being so fucking useless and doing nothing. Yeah, what were they called back then? They called them fucking something. It wasn't... Oh, I was going to say internment camps. No, it was commune. Hippie commune. That's all they're doing. They're revisiting the fucking 70s and 60s by building their own fucking hippie commune. And I'm sure it's going to be perfectly, like, even though they want people to move there and raise their kids, I 100% guarantee it's going to be all about naturalism as well. So there's going to be a bunch of dudes walking around naked and you can't say shit while he's fucking stroking his cock, at your wife and child fucking playing on the fucking poorly constructed swing set. That's what's going to happen. There are going to be fights, and thank God it's in America. Thank God it's in Colorado, because they're going to be allowed to bring guns, and nobody's going to be there but themselves. So they're only going to turn on each other, and it is going to be fucking glorious. Any skills you got, we want. Okay. Sustainable farming, water conservation. Well, it's going to be very interesting to see how you get your water shit going from that high up. But yeah, okay. Histolic. What was that? Histolic. How do you pronounce that word? It's. I want to say it's like a hysterectomy, but it's not. Oh God, yeah, homeopathic. It's God. It's like that. Histolic healthcare. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know homeopathic is the. Okay, whatever. A renewable energy. You're not gonna have any fucking energy up there if you're not like. Okay, it's going to be cloudy and cold as fuck. Design and engineering, yeah, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of fucking engineers signing up to live in that place. Laws and city planning. Now, this is interesting. Laws and city planning, but they're not going to have any police. All right, who enforces these laws? And, no police, no government. Oh, no, actually, they're going to have a government. It's going to be... them. Any skills you got, yeah. How are they going to do that without enforcing shit? Any skills you got, we want you. Yeah, you're only getting people with no skills, and they're going to go up there because they think they're going to have an easy and free life. That's why, yeah, the only people they're going to attract are the same people who hang out, who fucking a dole office, a welfare office attracts. Join us, subscribe. Okay, I found their YouTube channel as well, and yeah, a symbol of hope for the colonized working class. None of these people are working class. Like this guy here, who's I'm just highlighting the video, and he's in the next one. That's the guy who goes around telling white people to kiss his ring and shit. Like, this is all absolutely fucking retarded. Let's choose a video. Reclaiming my culture. With Chief Toby and Comrade. Okay, well, this is something to do with a Comrade. I know YouTube's gonna fucking boot me for this one. I've already come off a boot. But let's just skip ahead.
You said about Hammer City, but we are always talking about it. This is not the first time. But Hammer City is really like a vision. It's a roadmap for how to liberate colonized people around the world. But we got to start someplace first. And that place is going to be Hammer City. So don't get it
housing,
twisted.
No
it's
cops,
not just going to
no
be one
rent,
city. This is just the start of a
all the dudes involved in this are flaming
international
homos.
movement where we will have cities in Nigeria, Brazil, etc. Okay, and that's why it's so
Nigeria and Brazil are colonized.
To be part of something like just so huge, so huge and so transformative. So
okay, well, not to sound racist, but I am. So you're going back to Africa?
City with, we will
so you're not colonizing the United States anymore?
Protecting ourselves.
How are you going to do that?
No cops, okay? We'll be keeping ourselves safe the way our pre-colonial ancestors always knew how to do, okay?
All right, first of all, these people are African American. They're not Native American. So the way they're pre-colonial people used to keep them safe was by literally selling his ancestors. The ruling class in his ancestors' society sold his ancestor to the colony to work as a slave. They don't want to admit this truth, but it is the truth that, these people, the English and that, the Brits, they didn't go over to Africa and just grab people. They were sold by the people in power who were Africans. They had, civilized meetings with people who, assumably looked a lot like this guy. And they had a civilized meeting where they agreed these pre-colonial people, his ancestors' people, agreed to sell one of his ancestors to the colonial people to be shipped off to the New World. But, let's...
we will be having no homelessness, a.k.a. no...
Yeah, because no homelessness, because no... Oh, I'd love to see that. That's going to be great. like 60 people actually show up. Maybe 2-3 of them are, borderline competent to put up any kind of shelter. Let's just assume, and I'm not saying this because of their skin color, and I want to make that perfectly clear. I'm saying this because they're all fucking woke, university-educated faggots. Yeah, every guy I've seen involved in this movement so far is like so totally flamboyant and all this shit. Okay, here's what's going to happen. Between them, whoever goes up there initially, they're going to barely, borderline, get one kind of shelter constructed. Like maybe they take some marquees up with them and they put a couple of them up. It's going to be sleeping bags. It's going to be tents. It's going to be, people just under fucking, poorly constructed stick awnings, laying under that shit. It is going to look like a homeless camp. I fucking guarantee it. All right, let's
rent,
have a little
because
more of
housing
this
is a human right. The United Nations be
rent.
saying that, but look at all day societies.
Rent isn't a human right. A human right is a God-given right. Anything that you have, if it takes other people's money, or other people's labor, and other people's money means other people's labor. So if it requires other people's money or other people's labor, it's not a human right. These people love to say that education is a human right. It isn't. Okay? Because to say that would mean that teachers are slaves and they have to work for free. And that's not true, because that infringes on their human rights. And, okay, so we pay the teachers. All right, who pays them? Well, everybody, we take from their labor. Right, so you're using other people's labor to pay for it, not a human right. Okay, if education were a human right, you would be able to get an education without burdening a single other person, without a single other person doing anything. Just like free speech is a human right, because you can speak your mind without burdening anybody. That's why speech is a human right. You can breathe without burdening anybody, because breathing is a human right. A human right does not require labor or money from other people. Education does, therefore not a human right.
White power societies got homelessness everywhere, so we don't play that. We are real.
You are just going to build a homeless camp in the fucking hills. That's it.
When we say what we say, and about people's right to housing, and what's the other one? Oh yeah, no, no whites, okay, no colonizers.
No whites, no colonizers. Yep. Okay.
Because this is not their land. So, I mean,
that's true.
That's
they
not
didn't
even really
buy
the real reason, because we're going to try to have Hammer Cities possibly.
Yeah, go on, say it. Say it.
Actually, let me not say that, because that has to be verified. But
you're gonna have Hammer Cities in white places.
A world where colonized people are coming together to do for ourselves and to free our.
What he's saying is we're gonna have Hammer Cities in Britain, in the UK, where white people, are from, and those cities will be colonized. That will literally be colonization. That's why he didn't want to say we will have Hammer Cities in places that white people are actually from, because we're not anti-colonization, we're just anti-white people. But it sounds better when we call it anti-colonization.
Our land, right? So that's what Hammer City is about. I want to know if there's going to be Hammer City in Europe, but I don't know. So that's the thing. My gears were turning. To be continued. That discussion.
To be continued.
Oh, that's how they go on. No rent, no cops, no rent. So how are they going to enforce any of these fucking laws? And then they have a happy Mother's Day post, which is odd for them. You think it'd be happy birthing people's day or some shit like that. So yeah, this is... All right, let's see what else they got on Hammer City. What is Hammer? Oh, Hammer City Constitution. All right, yeah, we're totally... Look at this place. It's, what? So they're... Okay, so you're what, Jawas from... Oh, God, they've got a fucking... Their hammer and sickle, or the hammer and hammer. Oh, they think they're going to have a fucking stadium where they can have meetings and a pool. And, oh, my God, these people are fucking delusional. Okay, the survey... Okay, yeah, this is what they think they're going to build. There's a distinct lack of farms. I don't see anywhere that I would think, oh, that's where materials are being constructed from their raw form, like that is dug out of the ground and turned into things like steel and that. Like, what are you going to do with that? Blackhammercity.org, okay. Or the Hammer City Constitution. Okay. Oh, click here. Okay. I'll click there to download the... I didn't realize... Oh, here we go. Let's go. The Constitution will establish the liberation of nations, okay, of the people of Turtle Island from shore to shore. Okay, they're calling it Turtle Island. Gay. Excuse me. Okay, anyway, shore to shore, we will take back our lands and our lives. This document and our 4 guiding principles of unity will make an unbreakable bond among the revolutionaries that take part of our liberty mission. Land and organized power are tools to fight the colonizers.
That's what the bloody Marxists always say.
As a people of Turtle Island and her sisters... Seriously, cringe. Invaded by the white settler. No, you were brought to America by the white settler. But anyway, we know that we must unite against our common enemy, the colonizer, a.k.a. Whitey. To build our own system of governments. Yep, you tried that in Chop and Chaz. We've seen what happens when you do this. That's why I'm so looking forward to this. That's why I really want this to take off. I really want this. I really want them to make a go of it. I hope they reach their goal of $500,000. I am extremely tempted to donate to it myself, but I don't want to give these people money because I know it's just a scam. I know that it's just another Black Lives Matter. I know the people organizing this are just going to buy houses for themselves in very, very white areas, let's face it. This is not going to be what it lays out to be, but god damn it, if I knew it wasn't a scam, if I knew these people weren't completely full of shit, if I honestly thought the organizers of this were so profoundly retarded that they were honestly going to make a go of it, I'd absolutely throw a few $100 at this. And so would every rational, comedic loving person, because it's going to be fucking hilarious. If it were to take foot, if it were to happen, it would be fucking hilarious. May each indigenous nation build themselves up united as Black Hammer organization. So basically, you want all the people to work together, but under your rule. Where have I heard that before? We the local... Holy shit. If you just replace indigenous with white, and then colonizer with Jew... Whoa, does this sound familiar? Oh, boy. Colonization is our enemy. Yeah, you replace colonization with... yeah, okay. I'm just gonna read this, and I'm gonna replace colonization with Jew, and I've just picked this right here now. I mean, you can replace Hammer City with a third fucking state, but anyway, well, okay. So I'm replacing colonization with the word Jew. Jew is our enemy. Okay. I'll do a little more eloquently than that. Colonization should obviously be Judaism, and okay, I'll do that again. I won't just straight out replace Okay, Judaism is our enemy. We define Jews as the violent economic, cultural, and political takeover of Judaism as the violent, economical and cultural and political takeover of one country into another, a subjugation of white people by an outside power. All you have to do is change indigenous to white and colonization to Judaism, and you get Mein Kampf. This is what it is. That's how you know when something walks like a duck, talks like a duck. It's probably a duck. We believe colonization project should have should have a dictatorship over our lives, labor, land, and resources. So you want a dictatorship. Again, sounds familiar. Understanding that capitalism was born from Judaism and is okay, I'll do it again. I got to do it again here. I got to highlight more. And understanding that capitalism was born from Judaism and is that's all right. I'm having a hard time reading it. And is maintained. Yeah, that's I thought the word was maintained maintained at the expense of the world's white people through genocide, theft, rape, pillage. Third Reich believes firmly that that white, poor, working class people should have a complete dictatorship over our lives, labor, and resources to produce and reproduce for ourselves. This is the only genuine path to an international society where no person lives at the expense of another. Seriously, you just changed colonization to fucking Judaism, and you just change the colonized to white, and you get the same fucking rhetoric as fucking Mein Kampf, as my struggle. You get fucking, change Black Hammer to fucking third state. The local council is the leadership of the third state, runs its major operation under the guidance of whoever, BHO, and overwhelming consent of the people of the third state. Article 2. So they're calling for a dictatorship. This is fucking scarily similar. We believe that white polarites. We believe that white people are equal no matter gender, sexuality, age, body type, location, religion, language, mental, physical differences, and or high multicultural identity. Okay, so you're all about one type of people. The Jew power system is notoriously known for creating diverse, illegitimate labels to have white people fight amongst ourselves while it continues to exploit us at its own benefit. Holy shit. Yeah, you just change fucking, like I said, you just change these two things and you end up with fucking Mein Kampf. You end up with fucking Stormfront fucking articles, white nationalist propaganda. This is fucking insane. Article 3, we believe all problems are Jewish. We believe all the problems whites face are from Judaism and the submissive neo-Jews that are within our white nations. Yeah, again, you just change those two things, and it's fucking right there. The council, the local council, okay, the third state strives to overturn all contradictions enforced by Judaism to heal all divides between and within white nations and restore the land and colonize people to the highest degree possible. This is fucking insane. Like, you read this and it is fucking straight up fucking Nazi shit, but they've just fucking flipped the script. They've changed it. Yeah, and this is what all socialists do. This is what all the socialist movements do. Like, it was Hitler, you know, he got, like, you know, the German people and that against the Jews, but you just you just exchange, like, any fucking communist fucking socialist manifesto. They always need an enemy. They always need somebody they're fighting against, and this works in, like, you know, the right-wing ones as well. But they always need someone that, and, you know, fucking, let's face it, communism can be right or left wing, but it's all the same shit. This person has more than you, therefore they should be taken down, and you should be given, and everyone who's like you should be given part of it. That's all their shit. That the only reason you don't have as much as that person over there is because that person over there is X and you are Y. Therefore, let us all band together and, you know, basically genocide everyone who falls into the category of X. That is, Socialism 101. And yeah, I hadn't read this manifesto, and it is fucking insane how fucking, it's that, okay, that's about all of it. Yeah, I have half a fucking mind to just rewrite this and, you know, turn it into, basically rewrite all this and, just change, like, the colonization to Judaism and, you know, indigenous to white, and bang, you get fucking national socialist fucking rhetoric, because that's what they're trying to do here. These people are national communists, national socialists. That's exactly what they're fucking doing here. All right, and what else was I going to talk about in this episode? You know, I was going to do this episode on Friday. It's now Monday here, and I'm just trying to wonder what I wrote down in the description. Okay, I've discussed traffic. I haven't discussed the lockdowns yet. We got major time, so I can get to I got to get to the LGBTQ community, and I am keeping this fucking this Hammer document. I am 100% hanging on to this. But I had something from the what was it? The LGBTQ community. I do believe I had something there over. No, I'm just looking for the just looking for the story. Where the fuck is it? Here we go. Here's something that fits in with the whole LGBTQ thing. Boom boom pow. Children who identify as gay, bisexual, or transgender, 64% more likely to be obese, study finds. Okay, so fat, unhappy people try to find something about themselves that makes them unique and special because they don't want the fact that they're fat to make them unique or special. Children who suffer self-identity as being part of a sexual and gender minority, including gay, bisexual, and or transgender, are more likely to be obese than their peers. Oh, so the children with confidence in themselves are less likely to be odd. Yep, well, that's been going on forever. A study found sexual and gender minority children are 64% more risk of being obese than their heterosexual youngsters. Yep, you'll see, back in the day, and I say this to you people as an old person now, as a middle-aged man, back in my day, let me tell you something there, Sonny Jim. Back in my day, we just went we just became wiggers or emo. We got into the punk scene, and that's how we expressed ourselves. But now you're a bloody poofters blowing each other. Ah, come on, mighty. The world's taking a down spiral, I tell you. It's all gone topsy-turvy. Data from the study also finds this subset of children are 3.5 times more likely to suffer from binge eating disorder, and that explains every fucking bluehead feminist ever. Now let's just go down to this picture here. Almost, yeah, in the blah blah blah. And what was I going to do? All right. Yeah. Well, this will go into the. This will put me into the trans portion of the show. I got a folder here with various videos from various trans sites I found on the YouTubes and otherwhere. Let's just start with this one. This one I've labeled Based Cat.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am
All right, that was awesome. All right, we got to watch that again. As soon as she said she, her pronouns, the cat knew what was up there. All right, Base Cat is the correct label. Hey, play.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am My name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am her pronouns, and I am she, her pronouns, and I am her pronouns, and I am
All right. Okay. So far, this fucking cat rules. Oh, that's okay. What else have we got here? Yeah. Speaking of, yeah. Actually, I did find a trans right thing where it was talking about trans people need access to abortion too, because I don't know, for some reason, if a fucking chick says, "I'm not a chick, I'm not a lady, I'm a man," can't you tell from my... Why am I going into Yoda? I was trying to do a chick doing an impression of a man's voice, and I just like, well, I guess Yoda is Miss Piggy trying to sound like a man. So I guess I'm on the right path there, where, like, you know, I'm not a lady, I am a man. No, Miss Piggy, Mr. Piggy. Yeah, so I guess I was on the right track there, but apparently, yeah, this is we got trans.
Hey there, Internet. I'm Luxander, and today I want to talk about abortion. Let me clarify
God,
that I'm pro-choice, and I consider abortion to be a human right. This is not a video where we're...
Again, requires other people to do something, not a human right. You dumb, dopey broad.
discussing the ethics of abortion. If my commenters want to have a discussion about that, we can do a different video and have that debate.
She's trying so hard to do a man's voice, and at best, she sounds like a teenage boy.
On a separate forum. That's not what this is for. As you may be aware, there was a shooting at a Planned Parenthood in Colorado very recently. 3 people died and several others were injured. This has reignited the American political flame war about abortion. Many pro-choice people have said that this reoccurring series of terrorist attacks on Planned Parenthood and on abortion clinics constitutes a war on women's reproductive rights. While I do agree that this constitutes a war on reproductive rights, I absolutely have to denounce the idea that this constitutes a war, political flame war about abortion.
I have to hear what she said then, because I think she said conservatives.
Many pro-choice people have said that this reoccurring series of terrorist attacks on Planned Parenthood and on abortion clinics constitutes a war on women's reproductive rights. While I do agree that this constitutes a war...
Why so much editing? Seriously, you can't just talk?
On reproductive rights, I absolutely have to denounce the idea that this is a war on women's rights.
And then cut. This has got... you'd think this is a troll by all the cuts, because, yeah, while abortion is a war on rights, it's not a war on women's rights. Cut out me laughing, because of how ridiculous that is.
Why, you might ask? First of all, not all women are capable of getting pregnant.
No, some of them are too old. They're also known as feminists.
Trans women can't get pregnant, and...
Trans women are men. Men can't get pregnant. Science.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
And a lot of cis women can't get pregnant because of various health reasons.
Yeah, why can't trans women get pregnant? Okay, why did you just other trans women? That's exactly what she did. She just othered trans women. She said trans women... Okay, we're going to go back on that.
Why, you might ask?
Yes.
First of all, not all women are capable of getting pregnant. Trans women can't get pregnant.
Why can't trans women get pregnant? I'd love to hear you explain that.
And a lot of cis women can't get pregnant because of various health reasons.
Okay, so trans women can't get pregnant, and a lot of cis women can't get pregnant. A lot of straight, normal, a lot of actual women can't get pregnant because of various reasons. One of them being, too old, no more eggs left. Empty egg carton, I believe, is the meme. Yeah, why are you othering trans women? Oh, I should fucking go back to this YouTube page and just ask that, shouldn't I? You say trans women can't get pregnant, and then you say cis women can't get pregnant for various reasons. Why are you othering trans women? It sounds like you're trying to say that trans women can't get pregnant, period. Also a word I find offensive.
But they're still women.
Then why didn't you include them? Yeah, well, then why separate them? If they're still women, why other them?
Second of all, many non-women can get pregnant, such as...
This will be fascinating. How many non-women, such as biological men? I would love to hear you talk about how these biological men, such as myself, can get pregnant. Do I need a cock long enough to reach into my own ass or mouth?
Trans men, non-binary people, and some intersex people.
Those intersex people are women if they can get pregnant, by the way. And if they can't, they're not.
Some of whom may or may not identify themselves as women.
How you identify yourself is irrelevant. Were you born with the ability to bear a child? Or, the approximate thereof? You're a woman.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
For example, I am a trans-masculine person who...
Hang on. I gotta find the right sound effect for that. No, let's go back on that one.
For example, I am a trans-masculine person who...
Should we go back on that one? Okay. Thought I had the... let's go back on that one. Hey! No, I wasn't doing sticky keys. Fuck off.
For example, I am a trans-masculine person who was capable of getting pregnant before I started hormone.
Just wait for the laughter to die now. Alright, the people really like that one. You done?
Masculine person who was capable of getting pregnant before I started hormone therapy.
Oh, then you're a woman.
If I were to stop taking tea at this point, I would be able...
If you were to stop taking tea and start taking the D...
to get pregnant again. I would be a trans person who might need access to abortion.
You would be a woman who might need access to abortion. Because I guess you were hanging around people.
My rights would be under attack just as much as those of cis women.
You're not masculine. Nothing about you is masculine. Why would you even use the word masculine? Like, this chick using the word masculine to describe herself is the equivalent of David Hogg saying he's masculine.
Who are capable of getting pregnant. Centering our pro-abortion rhetoric around women is inherently erasing of the existence and...
Yes, I agree. You know what? I 100% agree with this one. centering your the whole debate about abortion rights around women and not making the main focus fucking trannies and whatnot is absolutely what you should do. That will totally fucking make people go in your favor. That will totally get, like, you know, women who are just like, no, I think a woman should have the choice. Would you do it? Well, no, I would never do it personally. But there are women out there, like, I can't understand their struggle. You are totally going to get those women on your side when you start involving fucking Bruce in a wig in these conversations. No, go for it. Push fucking trans inclusive fucking language and shit onto fucking abortion rights. Make it fucking less palatable to the population. I fucking dare you.
Needs of trans individuals. What's interesting is that in certain trans-aware spaces, using gender-neutral terminology to talk about this can result in backlash. For those of you watching this on free...
Yeah. That's why it's funny.
Free Thought blogs, I apologize. It's a little bit redundant because you probably already know what's going on.
Yeah, you're like totally down with it, aren't you, sister? You don't look masculine.
Abortion provider Dr. Leah Torres posted some tweets back in September discussing the importance of bodily autonomy in relation to access to abortion. She used neutral phrases like people who can get pregnant.
Yeah, or birthing people. Again, you're still othering. Why can't a person who was just happened to be born in the wrong body, why can't I, as I currently, I guess, hey, first burp of the podcast, why can't I go in and get an abortion? Regardless of how I identify. Why can't I get an abortion? God damn it.
Which is ideal when you're discussing who may need abortion access. People who can get pregnant.
Oh, come on, please. Contradict yourself and say.
Former FTB blogger Ophelia Benson.
Oh, a former blogger. Well, I you know what? I apologize. I thought this woman was completely full of shit, but she's about to quote a former blogger. Well, I stand as a current podcaster. I am all ears because, as we know, bloggers know best.
Called out Dr. Torres on Twitter, saying that she was erasing women, read cis women, from the topic of discussion.
Yes. Yep. Yes, and you're erasing women, and then she went said women, or what she meant. No, she said women. She didn't say cis women. She said women. That is you adding your opinion. She didn't say that. And
There's a Storify of this exchange, which I'll put in the link below, which basically shows Ophelia aggressively correcting Dr. Torres's tweets by repeatedly saying women, and the word you're looking for is woman. What?
Yep. And the thing you're looking for, that you're that you need to get a grasp on, that you are clearly not even reaching for at the moment, that word is reality.
What Benson failed to understand is that the entire discussion around abortion is already centered on women. It's
because only women can get pregnant, you dumb cunt. Only you. The reason you can get pregnant is because of your dumb cunt.
Only in really small spaces that trans people are even acknowledged in this.
Only in really small spaces are trans people acknowledged, period. Only in really small spaces do trans people exist. And hell, even in those spaces, 40% of you don't make it.
Particular discussion, cis women have the privilege.
You're a woman, you have the same fucking privilege just because you dye your hair. Just because you try to look like a gay tween boy doesn't mean you're not a woman, you dumb cunt.
The ones whose rights are being discussed and talked about, and it's not
your rights are being discussed and talked about because you're a woman.
Using gender-neutral terminology, the way that Dr. Torres does, is actually the most accurate and correct way to talk about who needs access to abortion.
No. Saying women need access to abortion because only women get pregnant would be the most accurate and efficient way of doing that, you dumb cunt.
People who can get pregnant. Because not...
I know what she's about to say. I just want to pause. Let everybody take it in.
all women can get pregnant, and a lot of people who aren't women can get pregnant.
Hold on. I should have had a sound effect queued up for that.
I cannot repeat this enough.
I'm sure you can.
Centering the pro-abortion rhetoric around the rights of women is inherently erasing of the existence and needs of transgender individuals. Using gender-neutral terminology in no way hurts cis women and is actually a step in the right direction.
Wrong. It actually does hurt cis women, as you call them. It devalues their importance in reality. It devalues their importance in society. It devalues them as a people. It absolutely does hurt cis women for you to say that a fucking tranny is the same. You are absolutely devaluing them. You are trying to say that you're trying to devalue what a woman is. You know, the whole I am woman, hear me roar. You are absolutely devaluing that by including your little fucking fringe group and having your little fringe group try and take over the language of what is 99.99999% of women. Yeah, more women will die from fucking coronavirus worldwide than will be fucking trans. More than be trans men who can get pregnant. So yes, you are fucking devaluing it. You are, you are taking it away from them because you're trying to change the language so it's all about you. It's no longer Mother's Day, it's Birth Givers Day. Right, you're devaluing women at that point. You're devaluing motherhood. So yes, that's exactly what you're doing, you dumb cunt.
I ask you to please like and share this video because this is a topic that needs to be addressed. Trans erasure is...
I just did. You're insane. You're wrong. You're a lady faggot. There. Topic addressed. Done. Let's move on.
An issue, it's very important, and it needs to stop. If you enjoyed this rant, feel free to subscribe for more content like this, and you can check out my older videos about gender and all the wondrous things that I've had to say about it. So thank you all so much for watching, and have a day.
Have a day. Have a day because what? Have a nice day? That's not inclusive. People have different standards of what nice are. What do trans people not like the word? What does that mean? Have a day. That means simply exist. And oh, you know what? That is very fucking telling of this ideology of these people, where they're just saying, yeah, it's not have a nice day, it's have a day. Just simply exist, because she knows that 40% of people who feel like her, which is a tiny minority of people to begin with, but 40% of them, which is a high percentage, are not going to have a nice day or a good day. They're going to have a last day. Now, I don't think that's a good thing. I personally think that's a terrible thing. Nobody should fucking self-delete. But I think everyone should work to, get through that shit. And in the case of these people, something I also don't agree with, but psychology.
That's what the bloody Marxists always say.
Yeah, don't agree with that guy. Think psychology's for fags. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, there was more of this. Let's see. Okay, we did that one. We did the cat one. What else have we got here? Well, from the same. Well, we can go to the same website, but no, I think it was. You know what? I just got to go to this one. I think this one is what I'm talking about more.
Here, it's like every single day, you guys, and this is why I complain about all the time. Look, what's his name?
Oh, here we
What's
go.
your name?
My name's
Alex?
Tommy.
Yeah, your name's Alex, and I'm gonna be talking to your manager. This guy called me sir.
I
I get this happens every fucking day.
certainly
Everywhere I go, I get called sir. I'm so
didn't.
fucking tired. Why would you call a chick big ass tits? Fucking. Why would you call?
I didn't say
No.
This has to be a troll, right?
Stop trying to gaslight trans people
didn't.
and tell us that we're crazy. Crazy. You need to fucking be mindful of other people and stop.
You're wearing a mask and talking about your big ass fake tits, which are. Wait, can we go back? Yeah, we can. Let's look at these big ass tits.
What's your name?
My name's
Alex?
Tommy.
Yeah, your name's Alex, and I'm gonna be talking to your manager. This guy called me sir.
Yeah, by the way, FYI, I found out this guy is the manager, so it's hilarious.
I get this happens every fucking day. Everywhere I go, I get called sir. I'm so fucking tired. Why would
Everywhere I go, I get called sir. Why did you pick this one place to be outraged by? And maybe think about why everywhere you go, you get called sir. Now, why might that be? Or maybe because you are a sir. Sir?
you call a chick big ass tits?
A chick with big ass tits. Dude, those are, what are they, fucking A cups at best? Big ass tits? I mean, those are not big ass tits. And your nipples are weird.
Fucking, why would you call?
I didn't say
No, stop trying to gaslight trans people and tell us that we're crazy. Crazy. You need to fucking
Yeah, see,
be
this
mindful
might be a troll. I think this might actually be a woman, and they've dubbed over it.
of other people and stop being a fucking scumbag and you're a liar. I heard you. Stop fucking gaslighting trans people. Wait, what? Did you call me sir again? What was that? You said goodnight, sir? Alex, I'm gonna be talking to corporate about you, you motherfucker. Fuck you. Okay? That's bullshit. You don't fucking harass. Alex, I'm gonna be talking.
How?
And stop being a fucking scumbag and you're a liar. I heard you. Stop fucking gaslighting trans people.
Nothing
Wait,
was
what?
said.
Did you call me sir again?
Nothing
What was that?
said.
You said goodnight, sir?
Nope.
Alex, I'm gonna be talking to corporate about you, you motherfucker. Fuck you. Okay? That's bullshit. You don't fucking harass trans people at work. Yeah, you did. And I'm walking out and
This
you're like,
is
have a good
either-
night, sir.
and I
What
like
the
the,
fuck is that? No,
69
you don't fucking do this to
upvotes
trans
and
people. This is
818
discrimination.
downvotes.
No, this is discrimination. I'm fucking done with it.
Yeah,
No,
call me,
I'm gonna
call me
talk to
dick
corporate
girl.
about this. You don't harass trans people. Hey, you know, it's one of the stupid things when you're catching Karens.
I didn't even say nothing.
You call me sir, and you're talking shit, calling me sir on the way out. This is transphobic harassment. You're a fucking bigot at work. All right, Alex, you know what? I can't wait to just. He admits twice calling me sir. No, he lied about the first one. No, you called me sir twice. Twice. Yeah, but you shouldn't be fucking harassing people with slurs. It's a slur. Do you not
It's
understand?
exactly what you're
If
doing.
it's like if you call the person of color the N-word. Don't fucking.
Oh,
You did, on the way-
whoa. Calling a tranny sir is like calling a black person nigger. Oh, okay. Well, you just drew a line in the sand that you cannot back up, fucking dude. Sir. Holy shit. Oh, yes. Let's go ask some black people. Yeah, let's put you in the middle of fucking, like, gang fucking banger Chicago and have you explain that one and see how well it goes. Hi, I'm a guy who identifies as a lady, and I think... Oh, you just drew a line in the sand that you cannot back down from now. You dumb
I don't
cunt.
care.
But I never
I have the right to be pissed about it. You fucking dick.
A fucking white man acting like he has had the struggles from a people who were literally slaves a couple of 100 years ago. Oh, this is going to end well for you, dude. This has to be a troll. Nobody can be that fucking dumb.
I said I'll lock the door. You fucking did, you liar. And I'm gonna hold you accountable. Cis people need to be held accountable for how they treat trans people. And I'm not gonna put up with this shit anymore.
This sounds like a fake voice, doesn't it? I'm gonna hold you accountable. Like, oh, dude, this sounds like a character. If it is, you 50% got me, because I'm 50-50 on whether this is real. Like, we are in clown world at the moment, so maybe.
You're crazy, bro. You're fucking, don't call me fucking bro.
Yeah, right there. You're crazy, bro. Now, I would absolutely... Okay, now, I'm looking at the way his fingers are positioned. They're positioned in a way that could no way be construed as the okay hand sign, but at the same time he's showing two fingers for two genders, so this might be a troll.
Oh, stop fucking throwing slurs at me, you fucking piece of shit! Have a good night, sis. No, fuck you! I ain't your sis, I ain't your fucking bro! You don't even fucking know me! Oh, you want to flash gang signs at me? Fuck you! Alright. Yeah, fuck your ass. Oh, you want to talk about sucking dick now? Why is it that you fucking weird cis people are so obsessed with sex? You have fucking discrimination going on. And your brain goes to fucking dick sucking.
This is a troll.
Don't fucking call me sir. This is transphobia. Right here at the comments. Okay? Yeah, you haven't heard blasphemy, motherfucker. Fuck you.
Oh, nah. See, I want to say it's so insane that it has to be a troll because of the way the two are bantering with each other. But at the same time, are all those people in on it? Are they all doing it because, like, the only reason I could think that all these employees, and you look at these, like, this is a Popeyes in Louisiana. Like, you look at all these people. Now, are all these people just there for a joke? Actually, I was going to say, look at these people. They're like old and they're working at a Popeyes and that. And there's no way that could be... Holy shit. Could this be a fuck you to Popeyes management? Have they done something like seriously woke lately? But yeah, they're all wearing masks, which is very convenient. And I'm not sure what's going on in Louisiana with the whole mask mandates and that in the US. I don't know. But if you look at now that I look at these people in like a still image, none of these people look like they work there. They just look like they're wearing shirts the right color and they've got name tags and masks on. I mean, and the reason I say this is their pants and shoes. Like, why is that guy who seems to be like the woman's wearing black pants? Yep, I understand that for a restaurant. Why is the guy wearing jeans? Why is the dude wearing jeans? And here we can see the orange shirt. This honestly looks like an employee because, like all the people actually doing work are in the bright orange shirts. Now, this could be a difference between management and staff, but also they're wearing the black mask, headphones on, and then you've got all these other people. Look, they're wearing the same hat, and none of it looks like it would be. And then again, not being anywhere near or knowing anything about a Popeyes. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like, and all these people in this thing now again could be managerial positions, but they all look like they're boomers. And they're trying to make a point. And there's a guy on his phone. He does have... why? Okay, he's wearing a similar hat. But they're all like faded. They're all like, worn out hats. It just doesn't seem quite real. Why is everyone who's a boomer dressed the same? Everyone who's not dressed the same. They're all dressed similar. And... every time I skip back, this woman is holding her arm. That's odd. Yeah. So here's what I mean. Like, it's all fucking very odd. Yeah, I'm 50-50 on this one. Whether it's real, whether it's fake, I don't know. I am 100% 50-50 on that one, and don't need that video anymore. All right, getting to some. How long have we been going now? I've been going a while, but we're gonna get through some more. I did call this episode Trans Labyrinth. I honestly thought of that pun, and then I thought, oh, I got to do an episode with trannies. So I went on YouTube and just looked for tranny shit, and well, I don't know why I have a feminist video in here, but I did come across a website that is basically all about the tranny stuff. So let's put some. Oh, it's a YouTube channel anyway. Okay. Well, here's the first video I found.
Welcome to Inquiry, the series where we take a mini deep dive into the history of LGBTQ plus vocabulary.
Yeah, it's Michael Jackson, obviously. This is a legitimate YouTube.
So, how much do you really know about the history and the word agender?
The history of the word agender. Well, that would come from the Latin meaning non or non, not. So agender would just going by my basic rudimentary understanding of language. Speaking English as this person does, and growing up in an English-speaking society as this person does, I can make assumptions based on words and that. I would say agender would mean no gender.
Find out in this episode of Inquiry.
It's also very telling that they use Google.
Before I tell you more about that, a quick refresher on the basic rules of gender using dessert. Gender is like...
Why not use science? Why not use biology? Why use dessert?
Ice cream. There are many, many flavors.
No, gender is like biology. There are many, many different variants amongst many, many species, but there's generally one that produces eggs and one that fertilizes said eggs.
You can mix and match, or you can decide not to have any if it's not for you. Being agender, which literally translates to without gender.
Yeah, without. No, that was pretty right there. Like asexual means non-sexual or without sexuality.
It's most often used to mean deciding not to go for the ice cream.
Yeah, or like the oh god, what is it? The that Christmas tale or whatever. Not a creature was stirring. Not even a mouse. No mouse.
According to the Oxford English Dictionary, agender refers to people who don't identify themselves with any particular gender.
No, it would mean people who were without a gender.
This can mean being genderless, lacking gender.
This, again, is this a troll or not? There's so many. I'm going to play other videos, so...
Or having a null gender. However,
it clearly is aimed at children. And by the way this guy's dressed, the way he's done his hair and like the graphics and that, this is clearly aimed at children. And then, excuse me. All right, all this fucking faggotry is making me sick.
People also use agender to mean identifying as gender neutral or having an undefinable gender. Like many words we use to describe
it's Latin.
Gender. Agender is a relatively new word.
No, it's not. It's taken from Latin. Latin is a dead language that we still use to make current languages like English. It's not a new word. Not at all. 100% wrong.
Of course, that doesn't mean that the identity is new or...
If I said asexual, would that be a new word? No. If I said a conflict, well, that might mean a Pacific conflict, but if I ever say you are a-confrontational, would have I just made a new word? Or would have I just put a Latin prefix on a existing English word meaning non-confrontational? You are a-confrontational. I didn't make a new word. I just described it with a Latin pretext.
That agender people didn't exist before we had the language we do now to identify them.
Again, Latin. This is all bullshit.
The first documented use of the word agender was actually on the internet. It was born in the year 2000 on an internet forum called Usenet.
Okay, so it's 20 years old.
In a chat room discussion titled Alt-Messianic, a user posted the following. God is amorphic, agender, so image cannot be a physical, gender, or sexual thing.
Right, so he didn't create a new word. He said he is agender. That's like saying God is a-racial, meaning God does not have a race. There isn't one race that exists on earth that is the image of God, because according to, the Bible and whatnot, and I'm saying this as a completely non-religious person, I am saying that according to, if you look at God is agender, he is asexual. God is, I said he, and technically that is wrong, because you don't use pronouns, I think, when referring to God. It's just God is. Yeah, you don't say he, you say God instead of he. You just use God. Like, all pronouns are just God. Like, yeah, if God had a fucking Twitter account, God had I'm sure God does. His God. Okay, see, I made that mistake again. If God had a Twitter account, God's bio would read God, pronouns God / God. That's it. It's all just God. So, God being asexual, yeah. God is a-racial. God is everything. God is just God.
It's true. Many religions consider God to be agender, including the one I grew up in, Islam, Sikhism, and Hinduism.
You grew up in Islam. You grew up in Islam. You, looking the way you do, acting the way you do, grew up in Islam. Yeah, I don't believe that.
But there are plenty of regular flesh and blood human beings who fit this description too. The next time the word agender...
He thinks he's God. He thinks that by being the way he is, he's being closer to God.
...was used again, according to our friends, the OED, was in 2005. Also on Usenet. But this time... Do
you have anything from actual books, not the internet? Like, so far, the furthest you've gone back to prove your point, and you're talking about God, the furthest you've gone back is the year 2000. Interesting, telling.
The word was clearly used in reference to people, although it was in another discussion about faith. In the Politics Democrats chat, someone wrote that cultures can have transgender, agender, and hypergender individuals. From there, the usage of the word really took off. By 2013, the word agender was used in a New York Times profile.
That holds no weight. Your starting point is the year 2000. It's 21 years ago. You're not building a strong case.
Of Generation LGBTQIA, in which several gender nonconforming youth were featured discussing their changing understanding of themselves and their genders.
Again, just a discussion, just opinion.
They first heard the term agender from Kate, who found it on Tumblr. The two met at freshman orientation in high school. In high school, Kate identified as agender and used the singular pronoun they. They now see their gender as an amorphous blob. Go ahead, Kate. For many young people, the internet was a formative space for discovering new gender language.
Yeah, it was also a formative space for 4chan and 8chan. I'd love to hear you talk about how that was a positive.
Today, agender is a recognized and celebrated identity.
By who?
In queer spaces.
Oh, in queer spaces. Well, if it's recognized and celebrated in queer spaces, who am I to disagree?
In March 2017, an Oregon judge granted a 27-year-old game designer from Portland named Patch permission to legally identify as agender.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wait, in 2017, you say? Well, so under the Trump administration, this was allowed? It happened in 2017 and not... Yeah, excuse me. Oh, God, I just got a tickle on my throat. Hang on. God damn it. Wow. That was weird. Yeah, it happened in March 2017. And so it happened under Trump. Clearly under Trump.
There are plenty of role models in the agender community too. My friend, the rapper Angel Hayes, academics like S.J. Miller, and writers like our very own Tyler Ford are helping agender folks recognize and celebrate themselves, all while working to make the world a better place for agender people.
Why don't you go back to your Muslim family? See how that works out. You know, what with the whole honor killing and whatnot.
People everywhere. So look out, world. The agender future is a bright one.
I mean...
How do you feel about homosexuality?
I find it disgusting.
Yeah, it's just... I mean, that's just two fags. Sorry. Like, is anyone else seeing anything different? Like, yeah, you can do your hair however you want, but it is just straight up fucking two fags.
I love that cocksucker like a brother, and he fucked me in the ass.
Yep, that's all you got there. You've just got fucking two homos. Yeah, sorry, agender don't mean shit. And more from this website. It was well, we've got drag queen rather. Okay. No, this is also from the same fucking YouTube.
Right, let me just read it really quick. Two-Spirit one more time. Though the label has only been used since the 90s.
Gay! Yeah, it's been used a lot longer. How about?
You will die without honor. The concept of the Two-Spirit is something indigenous groups have identified with for centuries.
Seriously? That just looks like me with makeup and a weird costume and tattoos.
But what does Two-Spirit actually mean, and where does it come from?
Again, Google. Google sponsored, YouTube sponsored.
So what is Two-Spirit?
Half a fag. Is that not right?
It's an umbrella term that bridges indigenous and Western understandings of gender and sexuality. You may recognize it as the two that sometimes appears on the end of LGBTQ2. There are many definitions and understandings of Two-Spirit, and each is nation-specific. The term was intentionally introduced by Native people with the goal of finding common ground and helping educate about traditional teachings in a contemporary context. The Two-Spirit Society of Denver offers the following definition.
Faggots. Two-spirit refers to another gender role believed to be common amongst most, not a full. Okay, so this is how they explained homos. This is how Native Americans explained the other Native Americans who wanted to look like you. I mean, at the end of the day, they all had long hair, and some of them acted a bit more long-haired than others, if you know what I mean. So they had to come up with a word for them. It's all just othering, isn't it?
Spirit refers to another gender role believed.
Oh, good. You highlighted the only bits believed to be common amongst most. There, we don't want to highlight that, if not all. First peoples of Turtle Island, North America. Oh, that ties back in to, oh, God. So this is what Turtle Island is. This guy. All right, cool.
Believed to be common among most, if not all, first peoples of Turtle Island, North America.
Turtle.
One that had a proper and accepted place within Native societies. This acceptance was rooted in the spiritual teachings that say all life is sacred.
Abortion? Anyone? The whole abortion thing with trans and, like, you know, two gender, two spirit? No, nobody gonna point that out. Okay.
So how did the term two-spirit first come about?
1990.
In 1990, in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, at the 3rd Annual Native American Gay and Lesbian Gathering, the term two-spirit was proposed and affirmed by consensus.
Amongst gay people at a rally. Native American Gay and Lesbian Gathering.
The word was a potential solution to what Native scholars and activists called the problem of naming.
Hey, Bob. Hey, that's a problem.
Or making the many different sexual and gender identities that fall under the two-spirit umbrella
again, umbrella, invention of a white man.
Legible across Native and non-Native cultures alike. For example, to illustrate the diversity of meanings that two-spirit contains, consider the following. In Lakota, the word winkte means to be as a woman and refers to two-souled Lakota people who transgress boundaries of gender from what may be considered male to female.
So, a woman.
In Diné, nadlehe means those who transform and refers to one of 4 separate genders, masculine, feminine.
Yeah, could this at all be referring to the fact that when the woman, who they have at this point is confirmed to be a woman, is pregnant and they don't know what it is? So, not knowing whether a warrior or simply another woman is going to come out of this woman, they don't kick her in the stomach. They don't use whatever the native version of a coat hanger is. Nah, just a theory.
Masculine, masculine, feminine, masculine, and feminine, feminine.
Masculine, feminine. Nope, that's not you. Masculine, masculine, that is certainly not you, sir. Feminine, masculine, nope. Feminine, feminine. Well, that's the closest one to you, but, you know, you're not feminine. You can't give birth to children, so, off with your head, I think was the native.
Each gender has its own word in the Diné language. And those are just 2 nation-specific examples.
Yeah, each one of those has its, let's go back to that. Yeah, each one of those has its own word in the English current language. And they're quite simple. We have masculine, feminine. Bulldyke is what we call them. Masculine, masculine. Man. Feminine, masculine. Faggot. Feminine, feminine. Woman. Congratulations. Bulldyke and faggot were part of their language. I guess they're not as tolerant as you want us all to believe. This is literally what you're saying. You fucking faggot.
And those are just 2 nation-specific examples. There are so many more. Each nation's understanding of gender and sexual diversity is different and grounded in specific spiritual beliefs. Although all nations don't have a concept of two-spirit people, across those indigenous nations that do, two-spirit people were historically held in high regard.
No, they were historically significant because they were odd, is another theory.
And often considered sacred or divine.
Yeah, you see that in fucking India, where they all dress like ladyboys to be more godlike, in Egypt and that. Yeah, there's a reason we went away from that and we fucking excelled.
Holding important positions like matchmakers, medicine people, or warriors on the front lines of battle.
Oh, cool. So anyone who wants to practice medicine or join the army should be queer? Yeah, let's see how long Western civilization, holds up against, say, I don't know, the communist Chinese regime under that, under that fucking principle. You dumb cunt. You are making the case worse for yourself with everything you say, you stupid faggot.
Many two-spirit people perform roles traditionally assigned to both men and women. Witwa, a famous two-spirit of the Zuni or Ihumana, was known to take part in masculine tribal matters and feminine tribal matters.
Well, just by looking at her, I can tell why she'd be allowed to take part in masculine tribal matters. Also, not that long ago, because there's literally a photo.
And was even sent as an official Zuni delegate to Washington, D.C.
Well, this doesn't predate colonization, does it?
Part of the reason Two-Spirit was adopted at the 1990 conference was because much of the written record on the indigenous nations of North America begins with European contact.
Yeah. Yeah. Why was nothing written about them before that? Why was there nothing written about these people before European contact? Oh, they didn't have a written language. Oh, that's right. They didn't fucking know that they could domesticate horses even though they were running around everywhere. Okay, yeah. You're really not selling your argument, faggot.
For instance, the writings of Jesuit priests from the 1600s contain references to berdaches, which means kept boy in French, to refer to those...
Kept boy. Yeah, this is going to be a good argument for the LGBT community. Well, when they discovered our LGBTQ plus inclusive people, they needed a word for kept boy.
Those who embodied both male and female genders.
Pedophile.
These writings often focus negatively on perceived cross-dressing among the Anishinaabe. The term is not only inaccurate in that it projects a European understanding of gender.
Well, a European understanding of gender would, if one of them was dressed like a lady, oh hello, I'm an Indian lady, and that would be cross-dressing.
But is widely considered pejorative by natives.
Where?
Two-Spirit was an attempt at self-determination across linguistic barriers, because the existing language, foreign and imposed violently on the indigenous peoples.
You could have fought back. Oh wait, you did, and you lost. Guess what?
Of North America was both offensive and deeply colonial in it.
Oh, deeply colonial. That means white, remember? Oh, no, wait. That you can translate that for Jewish.
Its gaze. European colonizers imposed homophobia, rigid binary gender roles, and misogyny under the guise of civilizing indigenous people.
Yeah. Not having dudes act like fucking women is civilized. The whole LGBT fucking let's go bash the queers movement is completely uncivilized. You want to take away all the things that make civilization civilization. What do you...
Through the Christian tradition in residential schools and beyond.
Again, to the victor go the spoils.
As a result, indigenous people were robbed not only of their land, but of their spiritual traditions and way of life regarding two-spirit people.
Like your ability to... could you imagine the high-quality videos they would be producing in the what we now know as the United States if white people had never gone there, I mean, oh my God, it would just be like a native Wakanda, right?
Many nations came to forbid and punish two-spirit unions and self-expression. As recently
It's not self-expression, it's diddling boys.
as 2004, Kathy Reynolds and Dawn McKinley, two Cherokee women in Tulsa, Oklahoma, attempted to marry under tribal law, setting off a convoluted legal...
They look very white, as do you. This looks like white people who did a fucking 23andMe and found out they have part fucking native blood and decided this is basically this South Park sketch. Oh, I'm 15% victim.
Battle with serious political and social implications.
Yeah, because it's bullshit.
The two were thrust into the spotlight against their wishes and became instant...
Oh, I'm 100% sure it was against their wishes. Yeah, we can absolutely fucking guarantee it was against their wishes.
Public symbols of the battle for two-spirit rights under tribal law. The Cherokee tribe is the second largest in the U.S. Although they were granted the right to marry, the decision to issue them a marriage license was soon challenged and led to a tribal law declaring that a union was to be between a man and a woman.
Oh, that was
Eventually,
a tribal law,
in 2016, the law was overturned. By that time, a wider cultural shift had taken place, both outside of and within the Cherokee Nation. In recent years, many Native people are returning to their two-spirit traditions as a way to heal from the injustices the American colonial project has visited upon their ancestors and traditions. In 2011, the first known U.S. two-spirit powwow was organized by the Bay Area American Indian Two-Spirits. Since then, powwows honoring two-spirits have been held in Montana and Kansas. And in March of 2017, the largest powwow in the U.S., the Gathering of Nations, honored two-spirit people during its grand entry. Two-spirit identity is resilient and precious. It has survived centuries of colonial violence and prejudice. These sacred ways of knowing live on amongst Native youth seeking to know more about themselves, elders who have kept the traditions alive in spite of the odds, and anyone in between. It should go without saying, but two-spirit is not a poetic way for non-native LGBTQ people to express themselves. We're looking at you, Jason Mraz. It is, however, a sacred tradition among the first peoples of this land we call Turtle Island that all of its inhabitants should know about and respect.
Okay, well, that was that video, and I will end that. I was going to end that the way I normally do by saying Black Lives Matter, but no, because of that video, I was not prepared for that shit. I'm going to end on this, which is going to get me booted again from YouTube, but I don't give a shit. I will catch you guys all later, and as always, remember, Indigenous two-spirit, trans lives matter.
Why is one man rich and another man poor? Why we ain't satisfied? Why we gotta have more? Why your suicide rates on the rest so high? Why I tell you the truth but you say don't lie? Why is being a good father at an all-time low? Why is it acceptable? Yo, why I don't know. Why she blame him and he blame her? It's useless. Ask yourself this question. Why you making excuses? Why do parents gotta bury their kids? Why we text and drive, not caring how scary it is? Why it's so hard to forgive and leave the past behind? And if you did, then that's divine. Why don't you help your brother when you see him fall? Why do we act like God don't see it all? Why do we call them black, them white, them Asians and use labels? Now that's racism. I don't wanna Hawaii. Why? I don't wanna Hawaii. Why? I don't wanna Hawaii. Why? How you wanna hold yo what? How you wanna hold How you wanna hold yo what?
Gay! Gay!